when it all started, different prophecy came in. Different prophecies said that one of the contestants in the presidential election, one of them will die. And everybody's mind went to Tinubu because Tinubu was the wicked man among the contestants. Everybody's mind went to him. And Tinubu keeps saying, Emiloko, it is my turn. And we in the church, we kept praying and fasting. Different prophecy came in and said that Esau will go, but in the later end, Isaac will come forth. Esau will go, in the later end, Isaac will come forth. Today, Emiloko, the man who believes that it is his turn, has finally sat on the throne. He said it is his turn. And we Christians were prayed and fasted. And at the end, the prayer was not answered. Why didn't God answer the prayer? Simple reason why God did not answer the prayer. Most of the people who prayed the prayer against APC government, they have two minds, they have two tongues. They pray against the APC government in the church, and at their home they are praying for the government. God bless the government. God bless the government. Because it is in that same government that everybody is complaining that you bought your first car. It is in that same government that everybody is complaining that you built your first house. And in that same government, you got a big contract. And in that same government, you traveled overseas and studied, and you came back and you got a good job. And then people are praying for the government to, you pretend as if you are praying for the government to step down. And when you walk out of the church, you go and pray and bless the government. And then God was so confused. He doesn't know the prayer to answer. That is why God did not answer the prayer of Peter Obi taking over the election. How will one man stand and say, Emiloko, it is my turn, and then at the end of the day, it became his turn? Why? Because one man is stronger than the whole Christian in Nigeria. One man is stronger than the whole Christian in Nigeria. One man say it is his turn, and indeed it was his turn. He took over nothing. People prophesied that he will die before 29 May, before May 29. He made it. He didn't die. He survived. People prophesied different kind of prophecy that this thing will happen in May 29, that he is not going to rule us. Today, what is happening? He is ruling us just because Christians in Nigeria are not in one mind, are not in one spirit, are not in one voice. People say something here and turn their back and say different things. That is why God did not answer the prayer of Christians in Nigeria. The whole world had supported Peter Obi, but today one man has defeated the prayer of the whole world just because the Christians in Nigeria are not one. God needs to open the eyes of the Christians in Nigeria to know that the way they are going is wrong. It's better not to pray against something that is favoring you. Let the poor keep praying their prayer, and stop deceiving them that you are praying with them. Stop deceiving them that you are praying with them. Meanwhile, you are not praying with them. You are against the government that feeds you every day. You are against the government. You don't lack anything, yet you are praying for the government to. Yet you are praying against the administration of the government that is feeding you every day, taking care of your family every day, and you are praying against them. Christians, God will never do anything if the whole Christians are not in one spirit. We come from frying pan and jump to fire. God doesn't care until the day we become one spirit and face one word in spirit and in physical. That's the day God will start to change our story. Nigeria will never change as long as Christians are not in cooperation. Everybody is minding his own business. Everybody. Nobody care for one another. And then you say God will change us. God will never change us. Let the Muslim keep ruling us. We deserve it. We deserve more than that. Let the Muslim keep ruling us until our eyes are wide open, and then we'll see where we are missing it in life. Christians are the worst religion in Nigeria because there is no single love. Everybody is minding his own business. Nobody cares for one another. Nobody knows if other person has eaten or not. Nobody knows if the other person is suffering in pain. Everybody is minding his own business. The person who his own is worst will go on a mountain and hang himself, and then people will say he committed suicide, and then they will go and bury him. Life goes on, and nobody cares if another person is facing the same frustration that the other person faced before committing suicide. We need to change. Christianity, we need to change. Christians, we need to change. We need to work in cooperation. If we don't work in cooperation, the Muslim will keep ruling us, and they will keep drinking our blood, and they will keep taking bath with our blood. We need to think and make a U-turn and follow the right path, because this is not religion. This is not religion. If the whole world live in isolation the way Nigerians lived in isolation, nobody will survive in the world. Nobody will survive in the world. Nobody will survive in the world. God loved this country so much that he gave this country everything. Everything. But everybody is taking more than they want because they don't want their neighbor to have. This is not how it ought to be. This is not how it ought to be. Let us reason. This is not life. This is not life at all. Life, what more than this? Like I said before, we can be in this suffering until God's kingdom come. If we are not ready to walk together in one direction, to lift one voice and pray to God to make us one in Him, then we will never see change. The Muslim ruling us is even better. That is why most of us are even surviving, because they have little concern to their poor, and then we are getting from there. If it was a Christian, he will assume that everybody is rich like him, that the people that doesn't have are so lazy that they can't even walk if they see the work to do. That is what a Christian believes. But a Muslim would rather show love to the ones that don't have. I'm not saying this to get you offended, but it is the truth. It is the truth. We need to rethink. We need to rethink. If we don't think together, we won't move forward. That is it. This is where I end my own today.